So next it says, for number 9, determine the equation that best models the data. So not a very good table, but this is our table of values. Okay, our x's and y's. Yeah, not a very good table at all. I'll rewrite it for you. So we have x and we have y. Okay, and we're just going to fill in our own little table because that one is not too good. So you have -3 and 23, -2 and 15, -1 and 9, 0 and 5, 1 and 3, 2 and 3, 3 and 5. Okay, so how do we go about using this table of values to create an equation? Well, since it's multiple choice, one way would be to plug in our x and y values. So plug in our x value, actually, not our x and y's. We would plug in our x value and see if the y matches. Okay, so we'd plug in x and solve it and see if our y matches. So that's one way to do it, especially if it's multiple choice. That's probably the easiest way to do it. So if we had, say this first one, if we plug in, and I'm just going to take the first -3. So if I plug in -3 for every time I see an x, I want to see what I get out. And if it matches 23, then it could be a possibility. But we have to check several of them because some of them might match, but then it might change after so much. So -3 squared is 9. 3 times -3 is -9, and then plus 5. So +9, -9, they're gone. So equals 5. So if we plug in -3, we get out 5. Is that true for this one, for this first? Nope, it doesn't match. So A is not an option. Okay, let's do the next one. Let's plug in -3 again. -3 squared plus 3 times -3 plus 5. Okay, so -3 times -3 is a +9. 3 times -3 is a -9. Let me get that back out of there. So 3 times -3 is -9 plus 5. 9 minus 9 is 0 equals 5. So here we plugged in -3 to this function, and we got out 5, and that doesn't match. It should be 23. So that one's out. Let's go to our next one. So let's plug in -3. So 2 times -3 squared plus 5. So -3 times -3 is a +9. And then 9 times 2 is 18. And 18 plus 5 is 23. Oh, well, that one checks off. Okay. Let's try D just to be safe. 3 squared plus -3 minus 1. So -3 times -3 is 9. And then -3 minus 1. So 9 times 3 is 27. Minus 3 minus 1. 27 minus 3 minus 1 is 23. Well, that one works. Okay, so our options are between these two. Now, The next thing, look and see what your y-intercept is. Okay, or look and see if you have any intercepts. Well, if there's a 0 there, you do have intercepts. So if you have an intercept, here we have a y-intercept because we have 0, 5. Well, if we know anything about our y-intercept, we also know that if it's in standard form, like all of these options are, if it's in standard form, then C is going to be our y-intercept. Because remember, ax squared plus bx plus c, c is our y-intercept. Okay? So let's look at these. Well, in this first one, this says our y-intercept is 0, 5. Okay? All right, let's look at this one. This one says our intercept is 0, -1. So with our table of data here, our intercept is supposed to be 0, 5. So that means this one is out. So our answer would be C. Okay? Okay, so our next question is, which of these is an even function? Okay, so to do these, we need to plug in -x. So anytime you're looking for odd, even, or neither, you plug in -x for x. Okay? So let's go ahead and write some of the things that you need to know. So even, so if you plug in -x and it comes out even, it comes out the same, then it's going to be even. So even is same. Odd is going to be opposite. Okay? And then neither is going to be mixed. So if the signs are mixed, you're looking at the signs. I'll put that too. Looking / comparing the signs from your original to whatever you get out. All right, so let's go ahead and do one of these. So which of these is an even function? Okay, so which of these is even? Let's go ahead and start with A. And it says f of x equals 4x squared plus 6x. So we're going to plug in -x every time we see x. So we've got f of x, or y, equals. Then we have 4 times -x squared plus 6 times -x. Okay? So negative times negative is a positive. So 4 times positive x squared is 4x squared. And then plus 6, so a positive 6 times -x will be -6x. Okay? So that's our end result. Let's compare these. Compare to original. Let's compare to the original. So our original, we have a positive 4x squared. Here we have a positive 4x squared. So it's going to be same. And then we have positive 6x and negative 6x. So those are opposite. Okay, so if they're all the same, they're even. If they're all opposite, they're odd. But if they're mixed, then they would be neither. Okay, and we're looking for, what are we looking for? We're looking for an even function. Okay, so let's do the next one. So the next one says y equals, and we're plugging in a negative. Okay, so negative times negative is a positive. All right, so that would be our result. Let's look at our original. So x squared, positive x squared, so it's same. And then positive 9, same. So same would be even. So this is our even function. So B would be our answer. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the other two just so that you can see what they would turn out to be just for more practice. So we're plugging in negative. Okay. So we have y equals 2 times negative x cubed plus 12 negative x squared. Okay. So negative times negative, since we have 3 of them, so negative times negative is positive, then times another negative still makes it negative. So that would be negative 2x cubed. And then we have the second part, which is negative x times negative x, which is positive. So negative times negative is positive. Positive times positive is still positive. So then positive 12x squared. So we compare to our original. So negative 2x squared and or 2x cubed and then a positive 2x cubed. So those are opposite. And then we have positive 12x squared and positive 12x squared, so they're same. So that would be neither because they're mixed. Mixed signs, okay? So let's do the last one. So we have y equals 7, and we have negative x cubed minus 14. Okay, so negative times negative is positive times another negative because we have 3 of them. So negative times negative is positive, then times another negative is negative. So negative 7x cubed minus 14. And that's our end result. And then we compare it. So we have negative x cubed and a positive x cubed, so those are opposite. And negative 14, so they're the same. So this one would be neither as well.